Zeolite is a complex mineral, and it forms in the contact of volcanic lava with water. This process can take thousands or even millions of years. Scientists estimate the first zeolite mineral was formed over 300 million years ago. Zeolite is a common name for over 240 unique structures or frameworks, of which 40 plus occur in nature. The most common type of zeolite is clinoptilite. Zeolite can stop uncontrolled bleeding. It can help with detox. It's believed to support gut health. It has antioxidant activity. It may lower blood lipids, may protect the brain and the liver, and may clean and protect the skin. Zeolite forms a unique cage-like structure and a negative surface charge. Aluminium and silicon make the basis of the structure, but it often includes other elements like oxygen, tin, zinc, and titanium. Tiny cages enable the zeolite to act as a molecular sieve, filtering molecules based on their particle size. Negative surface charge loosely binds minerals like sodium, potassium, and calcium, and it replaces them with large ions and heavy metals. In other words, zeolite can pick up plenty of bad stuff and replace it with good stuff. Thanks to its unique physical properties, zeolite has uses in farming for removing odours and helping to manage wastewater, in agriculture to control moisture and provide minerals, in public health and ecology to purify water and help to remove nuclear waste, in the household for deodorizing agent, for cleaning products and personal care, and in chemistry to speed up chemical reactions. Traditional medicine recognizes clay eating as a natural detox method. Zeolite has similar properties and traditional uses. In modern medicine, doctors and researchers use zeolite for separation and detection of biomarkers, for controlled drug delivery, for imaging methods like nuclear magnetic resonance, for skin and bone tissue engineering, and for wound treatment and bleeding control. Zeolite can bind and remove a wide range of toxins from the human body, drinking water, and waste materials. Its tiny cages and surface charge trap heavy metals, natural and chemical poisons, radioactive elements, microbes, metabolic products, and more. Thanks to these potent detox properties, the zeolite can reverse oxidative damage, maintain a healthy microbiome, kill bacteria and viruses, and boost the levels of minerals and trace elements, repair skin lesions, and stop bleeding. Zeolite does it all in the gut without being absorbed, which makes it safe for human use, with a few notable exceptions. Zeolite has a reputation as a detox aid because its unique surface structure binds to many potentially dangerous toxins. Uncontrolled bleeding is the second leading cause of death in severe injuries and accidents. The US military uses zeolite-based products to stop severe bleeding on the battlefield. Backed up by solid clinical evidence and real-life effectiveness, this product has also found application in civil medicine. Animal studies have confirmed its efficacy too. A mixture containing zeolite and clay significantly decreased bleeding time in dogs with a life-threatening injury. In human blood samples, it enhanced clotting by 40%. Clinoptilite stopped uncontrolled bleeding in almost 70% of treated rats and increased their chance of survival by 60%. In a clinical trial on 33 volunteers, zeolite enhanced the elimination of aluminium, arsenic, lead, mercury, and other heavy metals. People who took liquid zeolite had significantly higher levels of these metals in their urine samples. Lab analysis confirmed the zeolite wasn't contaminated, attributing the results to the heavy metal detox. In studies on mice, zeolite enabled lead elimination, and it protected the brain from oxidative damage caused by this heavy metal. It reduced the level of lead in organs by up to 91%. In rats, clinoptilite stimulated aluminium detox and it stopped it from reaching the blood. Cadmium is another heavy metal and it can cause anemia and impair different organs. In cadmium-poisoned pigs, zeolite prevented anemia and it protected the liver. However, it didn't impact the cadmium concentration in the kidneys. Cell studies have confirmed the ability of zeolite to bind and remove heavy metals like lead, arsenic, and mercury. Brain cells are particularly sensitive to heavy metal poisoning. Heavy metals can damage neurons and trigger anxiety, depression, anger, and attention problems. The ability of zeolite to detoxify lead, mercury, aluminium, and other heavy metals makes it a promising complementary approach to the above-mentioned mood disorders. In 12 healthy drinkers, clinoptilite 5 grams reduced blood levels of alcohol by up to 43%. It blocked alcohol absorption when combined with a drink. In another clinical trial, 25 volunteers took zeolite at up to 4.5 grams the morning after a drinking session. It was too late for an alcohol detox, but their hangover symptoms improved by 40 to 50%. Aflatoxins may contaminate food and endanger human health, especially the liver. Clinoptilite was able to detoxify chickens from the aflatoxin and protect their liver, bile duct, and kidneys. Immune system organs such as the thymus also suffered less damage. Given to cows, zeolite lowered the level of aflatoxin in their milk, which is a major source of human poisoning. In test tubes, zeolite could remove aflatoxin from water and animal feed. Zeolite protected chickens against other vicious fungal toxin, the ochratoxin A. The animals ate more, gained weight, and recovered faster. Zeolite's porous structure is a perfect trap for large radioactive elements. In rats and sheep, the clinoptilite blocked the absorption of radioactive cesium, and it reduced its concentration in animals' organs. Clinoptilite combined radioactive atoms in nuclear waste and helped to solve this burning ecology issue. Nitrates are toxins that can contaminate drinking water and disturb the health of humans and animals. In cows, zeolite reversed the metabolic damage caused by nitrates. Additionally, clinoptilite detoxified rats from organophosphates or nerve poisons. The fact that some pesticides belong to this group reveal the importance of a zeolite detox. Zeolite combined to various dangerous toxins and poisons and prevent them from being absorbed and doing damage inside the human body. Leaky gut means that toxins, microbes, and inflammatory molecules can leak from the gut into the bloodstream. This can cause fatigue, autoimmune disease, depression, and more. In a clinical trial of 52 endurance athletes, zeolite at 1.85 grams per day for 3 months tightened the intestinal wall and it prevented leaking. It also had mild anti-inflammatory effect on the gut. In mice with ulcerative colitis, a type of irritable bowel disease, clinoptilite was able to repair gut damage. It proved equally effective as a standard irritable bowel disease drug. Tests verified that mice didn't absorb the zeolite particles into the bloodstream. Zeolite showed similar action in a study on pigs with gut inflammation. The buildup of urea, ammonium, and gases in the gut can lead to ulcerative colitis, IBS, and even colon cancer. High levels of urea in the blood, or uremia, can be life-threatening. Zeolite binds both urea and ammonia, potentially offering protection against these gut toxins. According to limited clinical evidence, zeolite may also be helpful in cases of leaky gut. The positive impact of zeolite on gut bacteria contributes to the above benefits, and it can also help to relieve diarrhea and improve overall health. Cuban doctors have developed a drug for diarrhea made from clinoptilite. They've proved its safety and its efficacy in 4 clinical trials and additional cell experiments. The ability of the clinoptilite to restore healthy gut flora played a crucial role in this effect. When added to chicken feed, zeolite cut the number of harmful bacteria in the gut without disturbing the good bacteria. Chicken who were infected with salmonella, a major cause of food poisoning, recovered faster and suffered less oxidative damage. Another natural zeolite, chabazite showed similar action in dogs. It even raised the number of probiotic lactobacillus and bifidobacterium strains while fighting intestinal pathogens. In cell studies, zeolite inhibited the growth of 2 viral strains that invade us through the gut. Cigarette smoking poisons the entire body and increases the risk of cancer and cardiovascular disease. Oxidative stress plays a role in the adverse effects of smoking. In a clinical trial on 85 smokers, clinoptilite at 5.4 grams per day for a month potentially enhanced the antioxidant defense similar to vitamin E. Other types of natural zeolite showed comparable effects in 25 people. They boosted glutathione levels and protected lipids from oxidative damage. In chickens and diabetic rats, zeolite boosted the antioxidant enzymes glutathione peroxidase and superoxide dismutase. It increased the total antioxidant capacity, and it protected the organs from injury. Zeolite's ability to bind to toxins may confer a role in combating oxidative stress. In gastroesophageal reflux disease, or GERD, acid reflux damages the esophagus, causing heartburn and other unpleasant symptoms. In a clinical trial on 25 people with GERD, clinoptilite at 1.5 grams per day for 2 weeks relieved heartburn, pain and discomfort by 45 to 55%. The same protocol protected another 23 patients from stomach ulcers caused by a common non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. In a Russian clinical trial, zeolite enhanced the cleaning and the recovery of burn wounds and improved overall complaints. Important note, patients consumed the zeolite and didn't apply it on the wounds. This study doesn't reveal essential details like the dose or the sample size. Zeolite loaded with nitric oxide boosted wound healing in rats. It killed bacteria and fungi while protecting the skin cells. Patches with natural zeolite and copper showed similar effects. They also enhanced oxygen supply and skin regeneration. Another excellent combination for wound healing may be zeolite with silver. Patches with a silver zeolite can inhibit the growth of dangerous microbes like Pseudomonas aeruginosa, which can cause hospital-acquired infections, E. coli, known for causing ulcers and infecting wounds, and Staphylococcus aureus and MRSA, which are hard-to-treat strains of bacteria. Because of its blood clotting and antibacterial activity, some researchers have been investigating whether the zeolite can also help with wound healing. In a clinical trial on 41 patients, a micronized fine-ground zeolite lowered blood levels of bad cholesterol, or LDL, and blood lipids, while raising the good HDL cholesterol. After 8 weeks at 6 to 9 grams per day, these values improved by 20 to 25%. In 11 volunteers, a mouth rinse with silver zeolite, zeolite packed with silver ions, greatly reduced dental plaque formation. In the cell study, silver zeolite cut candida growth and acid production, 2 major causes of dental plaque and oral infection. Additionally, zeolite can eliminate volatile odors and thus combat bad breath. The antioxidant power of zeolite may be crucial for liver protection. In rats with partially removed liver, clinoptilite provided antioxidant support by boosting glutathione and protective enzymes. As a result, blood markers of oxidative damage dropped. In a cell study, clinoptilite reversed the liver-damaging effects of adriamycin, an anti-cancer drug. It suppressed inflammatory proteins and it prevented cell death. It also protects against liver-damaging aflatoxins, and its antioxidant activity and ability to bind to toxin may give it a role in liver health. Due to its detox and antibacterial properties, zeolite may benefit the skin in different ways. Many wound healing and personal care products have zeolite as their main ingredient. In a clinical trial on 39 volunteers, a deodorant spray with 10% silver zeolite showed a strong and lasting 24-hour effect against armpit microbes, which produce unpleasant odors. A spray with a control substance failed to achieve this. In cell studies, zeolite eliminated viruses and volatile odors. It stopped the growth of the HSV-1 herpes simplex virus that causes cold sores. Zeolite forms a protective film on the skin, acting as a natural sunscreen. In one cell study, zeolite even reversed oxidative damage triggered by another sunscreen ingredient, titanium dioxide. In mice, a mixture of natural zeolites trapped histamine and other triggers of inflammation, decreasing skin swelling by 57%. One cell study verified the ability of zeolite to bind histamine and thus relieve inflammation and allergic reaction. Air pollutants can trigger inflammation, allergies, and autoimmune issues. Since zeolite can bind to toxins and heavy metals, it may reduce the detrimental impact of pollution on the skin also. In animals and cells, zeolite has shown the potential to reduce skin inflammation and bind to histamine. According to a review of studies on animals with different types of cancer, zeolite may shrink tumours and prevent their growth, improve overall health and prolong lifespan, and boost the effects of chemotherapy. Both oral and skin treatment showed the above benefits. Clinoptilite cuts the number of melanoma or skin cancer metastases in mice, and it boosts the immune response. In cell studies, zeolite loaded with an anti-cancer drug was able to kill stomach and colon cancer cells. Adding the zeolite enhanced the potency of the drug. The ability of zeolite to bind radioactive elements, fungal toxins, and other cancer-causing substances also makes it a promising candidate for future cancer research. In clinical trials, zeolite caused no significant side effects. One safety review found no dangers related to zeolite consumption. Since zeolite binds heavy metals and other toxins, some people voice concerns about potential poisoning from contaminated supplements. However, zeolite has a high affinity for those toxins, and it keeps them trapped under all conditions. In one study, large amounts of zeolite in chicken feed caused gut inflammation. Rough ground zeolite, large particles, reduced the number of blood cells in mice. Zeolite's superbinding properties come with a price. Although it prefers heavy metals and environmental toxins, essential nutrients may also end up being trapped inside its tiny cages. In a study on pigs, clinoptilite blocked the absorption of protein from food. This is why zeolite should be taken on an empty stomach, and you should wait at least 2 hours after eating to take it, and another 2 hours before eating after taking it. Zeolite binds complex organic toxins, but also drugs with similar structures. For example, it can remove antibiotics, which is great for water purification, but dangerous if you've just been prescribed antibiotics. The same goes for supplements and drugs with iron. Zeolite can change the gut pH value, or the acidity, and thus interfere with different medications, especially ones with controlled release dosage forms. In one study on mice, immunostimulatory effects of zeolite provoked a graft versus host reaction. This could be detrimental after an organ transplantation. Hence, zeolite shouldn't be used after transplantation or combined with immunosuppressing drugs. To stay on the safe side, make sure not to combine zeolite with any drugs or supplements without first talking to a doctor or pharmacist. The following doses of zeolite have been used in clinical trials. For relieving hangover symptoms, 2.5 to 4.5 grams in the morning after a night of drinking. For inhibiting alcohol absorption, 5 grams with a drink. For strengthening the gut lining, 1.85 grams daily for 3 months. For soothing gastroesophageal reflux disease and stomach ulcers, 1.5 grams a day for 2 weeks. For reducing cholesterol and blood lipids, 6 to 9 grams a day for 2 months. For boosting antioxidant support, 5.5 to 6 grams per day for 1 month. For more information about herbs, supplements, and natural treatment plans, check out my website.